you seeing from the new offensive line, and just how different or comparable is it to last year's group?
Just starting off with this year vet mini camp. I mean, everything was going going great, but we didn't really run the ball at vet mini camp just because. But as far as anything, everything from pass pro to just helping in the protection and being in the O line room, and everything is cordial. And as far as the schemes and everything that we're implementing and putting in, I mean, y'all been in practice, y'all seeing everything. It's looking pretty good.
Well, I have two questions. First, Andy talked yesterday about the fact that he wants you guys to be able to get better in the red zone, and you're working on that. What to you is the key to running the football effectively in the red zone?
Could you be a little louder? I'm sorry.
Yeah, what's the key to running the ball effectively in the red zone?
In the red zone?
Yeah.
Man, I would mainly say point of attack for the offensive lineman. Just pretty much getting hands in the dirt, and then as far as a running back, kind of read my keys and understanding aiming point, track, and alignment for me. That's beneficial in any aspect. But as far as the red zone for a running back, being pinpoint is it's the best thing that you could do, because it's small margin of error in the red zone. Everything speeds up and everything's a little quicker.
Have you run before in man blocking schemes, and you've run some gap schemes here as well? Which to you is easiest? I mean, is it easier for you to run in a zone block scheme, or do you prefer to run in a gap?
I mean, honestly, we do it all, but it's always it's based off on the defense that we're playing. And everybody from a 4-3, 3-4. It just depends. And honestly, man, I'm a running back. I like running in anything that we can make happen, or any scheme that's working at the time. And a lot of it is also based off the passing game. From any run pass action, all that's kind of it works off each other, and that's what this offense is built off of. The times that we do run the ball effectively, everybody's worried about the pass, and having Pat Mahomes on the side, and then Tyreek and McCole and Trav, it only benefits me when it's time to run the ball.
What about screen passes from your perspective as a running back? What's the key to making a good screen pass work?
The key to it is kind of, how you put it, hiding it, I would say. I was really trying to find a word, but just being discreet. And for me, it's not the hardest to be discreet behind guys who 6'5" and 6'6". So just implementing the screen game more. I know you guys seen it today. We ran a couple screens and they were popping. So as far as that, it's been going good and looking great.
Coming into your rookie year last year, but is there a different level of that coming into a second year now?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Especially having the same offense, as far as the same scheme, and I got chewed out last year for everybody for me saying Coach Reed's playbook wasn't the hardest, but I had 3 different offenses in 3 years at LSU, and that's just what I do, man. I'm a football player, and this is my job. Just like it's a doctor's job to do their job. Everybody critique me for doing my job. So I'm going to come out here, learn my stuff, and do what I do.
I wanted to ask you, I see that you're wearing that green wristband. Is that an indication that you haven't been vaccinated?
No, it's an indication that I have been vaccinated. Yes, sir.
You had a significant injury against the Saints last year, and I know you rehabbed and got back to some extent to the playoffs. Just if you could update us on your health, how are you feeling stemming back to that compared to rehabbing and getting back initially in the playoffs?
I'm 100%. In the Super Bowl, I probably was about 85%, close to 90%. But just being able to rest was kind of the big thing. Even after last year, I had a 15 game. Before that, had a 15 game championship season with LSU, and I want to say probably 3 days after that, I was already training, and then we hopped right into this season. Hopped into the season last year, so. It was kind of like a rolling 2 years for me of nothing but football. So just having the time to kind of let my body recover and then be specific on my training in the off season and rehab was kind of got me where I am right now.
Is it difficult for you to stay off your feet when I know you probably are driving and you're trying to train to get ready for the season?
As
Rest, as in not do anything and make sure you get your body right.
Right after the season, it wasn't too hard, just because I knew I was hurt. That was the thing. Just kind of making sure everything was aligned right, and probably wasn't doing anything extra, straining, but just being able to recover, get some, get some guys to come work on ankles, hips, and that was the best thing that benefited me in the offseason.
When you got hurt in December, it seemed like the offense was getting more accustomed to throwing you the ball, sort of stretch you as a receiver. Just how much of this camp will be about that, and what do you feel like you can do that maybe you guys just couldn't get to because of the offseason and not having the training camp and obviously your injury?
Just at the end of last year, just kind of being, it's really just being trusted. And I was just a rookie last year, and just week in and week out, they see it at practice, but when it's game time, everybody kind of gets into their own rhythm. And then once Pat kind of he got comfortable, and everything was kind of sped up at the beginning of the season. So during the season, it was the time kind of to get comfortable, and then it was mask and kind of staying away from each other. So trying to even bond, outside, it really wasn't happening. The only time that we were able to be around each other was on the field. So, it started to show towards the end of the season, but this offseason was big for me. I was, like I said, in interviews before, I was, working on hands, working on routes, because I knew that was something that's going to be kind of pinpointed this training camp.
What's your advice to people trying to go through workouts, high school kids, junior high kids, 110-degree heat factor today? How do you get through these?
Man, hydrating. And I mean, it's going to be, it's kind of cliche to say, but I mean, my mom's a nurse, and that was like the thing that she preached, and my dad, I mean, the same thing. Before every track meet, I mean, water, man. I mean, what's your body? Is what, 80%, 85% water? I mean, it wouldn't be smart not to have it in you. So that's what I would say.
Hey, Clyde, you've had a couple of months now to work with a new teammate in Jarrett McKinnon. What kind of dynamic does McKinnon, as a veteran, and given some of his production over the years in the NFL, bring to the running backs room, in your opinion?
Just having a vet guy in the room, it helps from a learning the playbook standpoint, and then also on the field, man, just the things that he's seen before. He obviously played in more games, professional games than me, so he may have seen a game or two as far as twists from the D line. Just anything that pinpoints things for the running back, and he can bring it back to the sideline, kind of let us know if it's something I have a question about. It's not hard for me to just ask Jet. That's kind of that's my or ask Darryl. He's been in the league going on 4 years now, so it's all a benefit, and everybody has seen something in different aspects or played different defensive coordinators, so they kind of know.
Okay, thanks guys. Thanks, Clyde.
All right, I appreciate it.